Tonight, the Clark County School District Superintendent Jhone Ebert met with members of the School Board of Trustees to reflect on her first 100 days as CCSD's superintendent. Good evening, I'm Marie Mortera. News 3's George Acosta attended that meeting and spoke with the superintendent about her goals for the district. He joins us live here in studio with more.
Yeah, Marie, today marks 99 days since Superintendent Jhone Ebert was appointed to her role overseeing the nation's 5th largest school district. And while tonight Superintendent Ebert presented some of her achievements, she says there is still a lot more work to be done.
We are a large system. It's a great system, but we're not perfect. It's been hard. I'm not going to say it's been easy, but it's been hard, but we've got great accomplishments as outlined in the document.
Now, in that document, Superintendent Ebert lays out a blueprint from the past 100 days since being appointed to her role on April 14th. Now, the layout focuses on 4 main priorities to include re-energizing passion within CCSD, strengthening communications amongst staff, students, and parents, as well as increasing engagement and rebuilding trust within the district, something Board of Trustee members pressed Superintendent Ebert on Wednesday evening.
But what would you say going forward that you and the team, including us and your team, of course, could do to continue rebuilding the trust in our educational community?
Now, Superintendent Ebert says rebuilding that trust is not a one-and-done solution, but something she says will take more transparency and communication.
Making sure the listening component, accepting because people have lived experiences that, I may not have had, you might not have had, other team members, but to listen to every single one of our constituents as we're moving forward. We do need to have a structure in place, guardrails in those pieces.
And while increasing transparency and strengthening communication are key factors in Superintendent Ebert's plan, another district-wide initiative that's been one of Superintendent Ebert's top priorities has been to increase Tier 1 and Tier 2 proficiency by improving literacy in concern-prone areas such as mathematics and college workforce readiness programs.
I don't know how you can run a large school district if you're not out and about and that your ear isn't to the ground and that you're listening to what is transpiring. We see that data across the state. We're not proficient. We're 40% proficient in a specific area at a grade level. That's not acceptable. And so we need to make sure that parents understand, because yes, it is district data, but the children make up the district data. So we need to be clear on where our students are proficient, where their gaps are, and hone in on those gaps.
Now, tomorrow will mark Ebert's 100th day as superintendent since she was appointed. Now, she also says that for the next 100 days, she plans on increasing community engagement. But for now, reporting live in studio, George Acosta, News 3.
George, thank you. And progress has been made when it comes to chronic absenteeism in Nevada schools. For the 3rd year in a row, more students have been coming to class. That's according to the interim state superintendent of public instruction, Dr. Steve Canavero. Chronic absenteeism is defined as a student missing 10% or more of school days per year. That's about 18. Here's a look at the state and Clark County's chronic absenteeism rates over the last few years. CCSD has experienced a 31.3% absenteeism rate in the 2023 to 2024 school year, the most recent number so far. That is a 7% decrease from the year before. However, before the pandemic, CCSD's chronic absenteeism rate was about 22% in 2018 and 2019. The most recent numbers for the last school year are set to be released on September 15th. States across the country have come up with ways to fight chronic absenteeism, especially following the pandemic that led to a rise in students not showing up to class across the country. CCSD Superintendent Ebert says for her team, it means starting from the ground. They've sent a team of attendance officers to homes.
Officers, we've had them in place for decades. Just checking on students, making sure that they're okay, if there are any other resources that they need, that they get them and they're back in school.
Last week, the superintendent as well as different municipalities went out together to knock on doors and talk to parents about why their kids were missing from school. They also have an initiative called Everyday Matters, which raises awareness about the importance of attendance. Ebert says there is a number that is reasonable for chronic absenteeism, and that's between 5 and 10%, because there will always be students who get sick or have family emergencies that they need to deal with.